So I found that it's actually hard for me to post frequently about manhwa because I have to wait for the chapters for some manhwa to like load up so I can read them and not to like analyze them right. But I'm still gonna try to pump out more consistent uploads in the future, the near future. So I guess just bear with me. But today, real quick, I just wanted to talk about my top 10 favorite Lookism characters so far, man. All the way up to the most recent chapter out on a webtoon. Alright, so number 5, I guess you could call him villain, but I still love him. I feel like Eli Drake could be like in this top 5 spot instead of Samuel, but I just had to put Samuel this high because I love his character design so much. Just look at this character design, man. He got the glasses, he got the like Peaky Blinders haircut, but he got like the tats everywhere, man. As for his backstory, he had that whole thing going on with Big Deal and all that, and him trying to become like a leader or whatever. I think I can't remember that much, but him versus Daniel, and he had the freaking like knuckle duster, man, like the brass knuckles, bro. I was like, this guy is absolutely out of his mind, and he doesn't really use any martial arts, right? Yeah, I like that part too. I like how he doesn't actually have a martial art. He just beats the crap out of people. That's like honestly my favorite type of character in manhwa, you know, like just street fighting, classic, brass knuckles type of guy. So yeah, Samuel, man. Other people might not have him this high, but for me, he is top 5, Samuel. So number 4, I got Vasco. Vasco, man, he has to be in your top 5. All right, I don't care what anyone says. Even though we haven't seen him in a pretty long time, he's already had a countless number of just funny moments and badass moments. So yeah, it's just hilarious. Like he's just a hilarious character. Love his character design. Love that he's also one of those like hardworking guys like Zach Lee. You know, he doesn't necessarily have natural talent, although I think you know his genetics for strength are crazy because you know what I mean. Like he's just ridiculously strong, right? But I just love like those kind of goofy characters that are still like absolutely crazy strong. And we got to see him in action. I think around like chapter 358 when he just came in and crippled that one guy, that one gang member. That was just ridiculous, man. Dude, Vasco, man, like keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep working, all right. Number 3, I gotta go Goo, man. That's right. I just told you guys for Vasco, like I love goofy characters that are still overpowered, and that's Goo, man. This guy is an absolute menace, yet he's absolutely hilarious. All right. I think the most recent fight he was in was when he dismantled like Daniel in Club VV, and he used like a Demon Slayer move using like a stick. Come on, man. Like who is doing that, right? This guy, he's absolutely hilarious. His character design, man. He's never like not smiling. Like he's always messing around. Like I love how like he just doesn't have a serious bone in his body. He's obviously like the polar opposite of Gun, but like the reason I like him so much more is just that because of that. Like he's easygoing. He'll probably like face down like an entire gang, but he would still be smiling. You know what I mean? To be a good villain, you gotta have personality like that. But I just had to, man, cause like it's Goo. Like he's like Lookism would be less entertaining without Gun and Goo, obviously. But like Goo, especially, I feel like he's like what makes like some chapters really fun to read whenever he comes. All right, so number 2 for me, guys, Jake Kim. All right, I'm sure you guys might have saw this coming, but after this most recent arc, man, everyone loves Jake Kim. All right, we're all aboard the Jake Kim hype train. I did not realize that I liked him this much. I remember the first impression I had of him when he got his teeth knocked out by Gun. I was like, oh man, this guy, I feel bad for him. But he's a gang leader, so he had it coming, right? But his elaborate backstory was crazy, man. Like, whole thing with Big Deal. Like when I was reading, I was like, dude, this is like actual like gang lore. And his dad was a gang leader too, so he has that going for him. He got the whole backstory planned out. He's the heir to the throne, basically. You know, without him, Lookism wouldn't be as much of like a gang comic. You know, like we need a gang leader like Jake Kim in manhwa like this because he is easily what every gang leader should try to be like. He takes care of his gang so well, and that's why Jerry Kwan and the other guys just all, you know, they're all so loyal to him, and they'll follow him when he does anything. Just love that they took a character who was in prison for a long time, and then when he came out, they gave him this like awesome backstory to make us all love him. And he's not really a villain, I would say. He's definitely like, you know, he's just on like a different spectrum than Daniel and the other guys, but like he's someone that you gotta root for, man. And he actually fought that one guy with the huge stick in Club VV. After that, I was like, okay, you know, J Kim's pretty serious because he also got that like purple eye thing going. You know, he has that going for him. He got that new power that he just got. So J Kim, number 2 for me, man, as of right now. And number 1, guys, I got Little Daniel Park. So this is after his weight loss. So this used to be Little Fat Daniel, but after that Russian lady trained him so hard, he actually became like a semi badass. All right, like his character design, he looks more and more like his taller version. When I first saw this, I was like, this guy really managed to train and completely change, you know, everything about himself. It represents hard work. It represents how, you know, he actually wanted to stop being a loser in his normal body, not just his other like tall body. He wanted to actually change. And now his character design is pretty awesome. So throughout the pretty recent arcs, he's had his fair share of badass moments, and he's made a big impact actually in a lot of ways. But I love that he's doing all this through his resourcefulness, you know? He's always putting stuff together. He's always scheming, you know? He's probably one of the smartest characters in Lookism, actually. When it comes to like planning heists and escapes and who to talk to, when to talk to them. Yeah, so he's actually really, really smart. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give him props. Whenever I see him, I'm just like, you know, something's gonna happen in this chapter because this guy's always planning something. So it is kind of cliche to have the main character as your number 1, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have him as your number 1 as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this top 10 list. More videos like this will be coming pretty soon. Leave a like, leave a comment, and sub.